Alright, so believe it or not, I am not actually a full-time Banished player. This is not my full-time job, and I have spent a little bit of time away from this save. I had pre-recorded some episodes, and now we're back. And what a welcome back, huh? I know you guys just saw the last episode with this crisis, but um, thanks to a little bit of advice from both Carrie and Kendi, I want to give them both shouts out for their help in the comments. I was reminded of a few things. One is that fodder farms, this was Kendi's idea, fodder farms actually can have more people. So we will do that, and hopefully this will help with our fodder supply problem. And the other suggestion is that if we absolutely need to, so that we don't have people dying of starvation, we may end up using these food sources here in the dock set. So we can plop down, you know, a rice farm and a watercress and a cranberry bog. Now, let me clear up something though. Well, first of all, I'm sorry, nomads, but no, we can't. We accepted too many already. But the other thing I wanted to say is um, the intention of this series was never really to be about being meat free or anything like that. The intention, let me see where we're at here: potato, pumpkin, radish, rice, rye, spinach. Um, the intention was to make it dependent on the greenhouses. And hopefully we have enough food in houses and markets that will be fine. But you see this up here in the top left, you see my cursor? That means that people are out in their houses. So the death spiral, the starvation spiral, yeah, there we go. First one dead from starvation. That is going to be real now. So I know that it's kind of silly to say, oh, we're only going to use greenhouses, and now I'm going around picking up all this random food on the ground. However, I think that that is an acceptable last-ditch effort to save the city, the town, the village, um, rather than having too many people die out. If we can get through to see how all of those went away really fast. Well, now they're coming back, but I think we're having a little bit of a supply chain problem with the fodder thatch turning into fertilizer, which is what we need to make food. So we have workers here. Let's max these out. We might need to build another stable or two. But the issue, I think, isn't so we're up over 1,000. That's because of the food that's being gathered. That's kind of our saving grace right now. I mean, we have 25 laborers, and that should be the first priority of what they're doing. So yes, I can do the dock set, and I do. I just really I really want to make the greenhouses work, guys. I really do. We're so close too. That's the thing. We're so close to having this work. We need a burst of food, which is why maybe just buying some the next time they bring it by. Because if we could buy, like, let's say 10,000, that would give us time for these other things to catch up, for these other um, fodder farms and stables and everything. So what is so they are out of water? Do we need more water now? Is that part of the problem? because we can do more water towers. That is easy peasy. Maybe we put 2 more water towers here? I mean, we have the laborers for it. What does this look like? They've got plenty of water, water, water. They need fertilizer. So, do we have... Let's take a look at how much fodder thatch we have. There's got to be a way to do this, right? So we have 100 fodder thatch. We have basically 0 fertilizer. Oh, gosh. Well, we have 3,000 malt. Can make a lot of ale for these folks. Yeah. Isn't this... man, I was getting really excited about this. I'd never decorate, and I finally was getting a little bit artsy, and now we're about to die. So, GG's. Not really, not really. Calm down. So, tomatoes, turnips, watermelon, wheat. And we're not going to make seedlings. We do not need seedlings. Okay. What is holding up these? Just out of curiosity. Glass. Oh. Oh, glass is up here. Glass is one of the first buildings we made. Okay. They should have plenty of sand. They have so much sand. Yeah, 800 sand. So coal is the holdup? Maybe? We could make with charcoal, yes. Let's see. Let's see what kind of fuel supply situation we're in here. Fuel. Wow, we have a lot of cotton. Look at that. Flax, 4,000 flax. Let's go. And 1,400 linen. Clothing we got that. We got that taken care of. Maybe to the detriment of some other things, but we got it. Ale, wine, iron ore, beer. Coal, 150 coal. Charcoal is out. Fertilizer's out. Thanks. Well, once food becomes an issue, everything gets worse. I mean, people don't go to work because they go to where they can get food because they don't want to starve to death. Justifiably, right? Justifiably, but we're going to lose some people here. We've got these folks that are outside of the range of our market that are just, frankly, they're not going to make it. They just can't. Look at all this. No fertilizer for them. Yeah. Well, here comes this death spiral. We've done pretty much what we can do. I'll mark a little bit more food to be gathered, but at this point, I doubt that they're even gathering. Probably not, because the gatherers are also starving. But, you know, I've been wrong before, so hopefully we can get some people out here to save the day. And at some point, it's just simple math. We may lose enough people that... Here it goes. We may lose enough people that then there's a buffer of food. Oh, here we go. See, I feel very conflicted about this, but I'm gonna do it. We'll take 1,000 olives, 1,000 watermelon, and 300 watercress. Thank you. Now, admittedly, I could have just sat here and brought all of my excess goods over and bought all of that food. And that would have been the right strategic play. I understand that. But I hope you guys see what I'm trying to do here. I want to get to whatever the stopping point is of this series. I want to get to it and say, we did this using almost entirely greenhouses for food. I mean, we've done some gathering and a little bit of trading for food, but it's not because I have anything against meat in this game. It's that I'm trying to do this with the greenhouses. I believe that it's possible. But what I'm learning, and I wouldn't have believed this before I started, but what I'm learning is it's highly improbable to do this. Like, we were fine. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We were fine until we just reached that point of it was the nomads. Honestly, I let in too many nomads, and now we're losing way too many people. Oh, maybe this is the end of the series. I don't know. You guys can tell me at the in the comments of this episode if you think we just want to call it a failure and be done with it. We could do that. Start a new series. Um, I think we can see it through. I mean, we're at 1100 extra. I mean, some of this, I don't know. I mean, we are losing some from old age. We're year 34, so. Uh, see, every time it does that, where a bunch of them seem to get a supply of fertilizer, I think maybe there's hope. I don't know if I should build more fodder farms and more stables. I'm still having trouble identifying the bottleneck here. I mean, we have 254 fodder thatch right now. Does that come in all year? Question mark? Herbs, fodder. I'm not going to actually do it, but okay. Could I manually clear it? Would it plant and grow in a year? Like, what if I had the laborers do this? Let's try it on one farm. Okay, so they have fodder thatch. They need more water. Okay, let's build a couple water towers. Let's just go 3 for good measure. Wouldn't that be hilarious if I spent all this time thinking it was a fodder thatch issue, but actually it was water, and I could have done this, 10 years ago? Yeah, see, look at them bringing in the fodder. Wonder where they're putting it all. Okay, so this is an interesting thing that I hadn't considered. They need water at the stables to make fertilizer, and we need water at the greenhouses. So maybe I just do need more water than I anticipated. And I don't know the rate of this. Like they made 200 corn last year. They made 360 wheat last year. They made so on. We can see what they're making. But I don't know how the recipe works. I think my hypothesis, though, has been sufficiently proven that this is not possible to do with just greenhouses. We're down. Okay, now this is where it really is going to start to get problematic when we don't have enough laborers. We're going to have to start taking people off of certain jobs. That's a bad thing. I really thought when we were at like 1100 out, I thought that was going to be the curve. I thought we were going to start improving. But not looking that way. We'll bottom out somewhere. Let's look at the population graph while we're at it. This will be maybe this should be our screenshot for the episode. Population for 5 years. Okay, actually, That's scary when we hear all the pings and we watch it come down, but it's not. Okay, it's getting worse. Definitely getting worse. I was gonna crack a joke about my YouTube views, but if I was doing YouTube for popularity, I would probably not play a 4-year-old historical simulation game. I would probably play Minecraft or something. I don't even think I would be a good Minecraft creator. I mean, I play it casually, but I don't think I love it enough to do that. This is crazy. Come on. Okay, I am going to. I don't know if I'll use that in the thumbnail or not, but I want to have it for my own records. Okay, well, we don't have enough laborers to do any of this now, so GG. Okay, let's get rid of some of the miners. 3 of our miners can come work here. Maybe water will be the solution. You know, water solves a lot of problems if we're honest with ourselves. Wait, no, that's not what I meant. No, not that either. Gosh. Well, whatever. They can sort it out. Oof. Oh no. Meals. Let's buy the meals. Oh. Look at it go. Still dropping. And now we're in winter. I mean, to be fair, with greenhouses, it shouldn't matter. Okay, another thought. I wonder if we're spreading this too thin now. If none of them are putting out their full amount because none of them are getting sufficient resources. So what I'm going to do to test this theory is we're going to close down all of these ones. So that will give us those 5 people back to gather. And we want to get this whole bank up here going again. That's going to be my goal. We're going to get that whole bank working again. Because if they're all producing, then we can slowly bring these ones back on one at a time. So we'll bring this back down. And we will get these new gatherers gathering. Let's get that buffer. Let's get that buffer of food. We can do this. We have fewer mouths to feed now. Go get this buffer of food. Oh my goodness. Can I, like, tell people not to live here? Gosh. So, now when we get fertilizer and water, it should go to these ones. Let's get these ones going. Is it working? Fertilizer and water, they're producing corn. Fertilizer and water, they're producing mushrooms. Fertilizer and water, they're producing potatoes. I mean, we have so many houses that are out of food. This is not over yet. Too bad you can't eat flax, right? So we have 82 homes. Some of them are probably empty with food in them. What is this? A child? A 2-year-old is living there? Okay. This is so tragic. Maybe you guys can help me figure out where I went wrong. I would admittedly, I think it was accepting all the nomads, but in terms of process, right? Like in terms of how the game developed, other than increasing my population too fast, I mean, I just, what do we need? What is the, so it's 2 fertilizer and 2 water that produces however many broccoli. And we're still splitting up the fertilizer too much, it looks like. Huh. Man, we're losing vital people now. Well, we've got plenty of iron, so is this coal or iron? Yeah, it's iron ore. I think I'm gonna send all of them back home. Let them be our laborers that die for a bit. Oh my gosh. It has to stop at some point. They can't all just die. Like, there's food somewhere. Imagine being this person. People are literally dying around you. You've got 53 crates of raspberries and 53 crates of cranberries. Like, what? And why is that even happening? The market should be balancing this better. We're still having kids being born. We're gonna have a, if we survive this, we're gonna have a bizarre population graph because it's gonna bottom out, right? Is this it? Did we reach it? Did we reach the bottom out point where the births are gonna balance out the deaths of starvation? 184. I don't think so. When this number is like 10,000, then I'll feel better. I know I said that already, but I still feel that way. Hey, you know what's a good story without a little bit of conflict? But I didn't mean for it to be this much sad. I really didn't. I did not want it to be this sad. So maybe we can get one more of these right here. Because I don't plan on expanding any further west with the main city. I'm not expanding anywhere for potentially ever. I mean, I'd love to fill this in around Tornado Alley here, but there's no. I've not placed. Oh, I was gonna say I haven't placed a building, but I did place these 3 water towers. I still cannot figure out why. We're just not getting enough water, even with. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 water towers, and it's not enough. Would wells yield more water? 150, 75, 345, 375, 306. I think we just need more. We need more water. Huh. It's interesting that I guess I never really even thought to not put people in a house that I've built, right? As soon as you build it, you expect the family to move in. This is really strange because I feel like I can't control my population. I don't want to, I mean, I can't tear anything down because I don't have any builders. Well, I have one, but you know what I mean. Hmm. This is strange. This is, this has gone from like, wow, this is a really fun, unique playthrough to like absolutely puzzling at this point. No laborers. So where does it stop? Will everyone die? Now I want to play it out just to see if everybody dies. I mean, if all the adults die, then it's over. We have 100 people left. And once the teacher dies, the kids will become laborers, and that might do something. But this is very strange. I'm sorry that the episode was so weird, but here we are. We're learning something about the game, and don't accept nomads is the moral of the story. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.